Hello everyone, and welcome. In today's Barbering Chapter 6 General Anatomy and Physiology Practice Session, we'll go through 28 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first. Choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Flashcard 1. Define anatomy, physiology, and histology. PG 143. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the human body structures that can be seen with the naked eye and how the body parts are organized. Flashcard 2. Define physiology and histology. PG 143. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is physiology. Physiology is the study of the functions and activities performed by the body's structures. The ending ology means study of. Flashcard 3. Define histology. PG 143. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is the study of tiny structures found in living tissues. Flashcard 4. Identify the anatomical parts of the body that barbers will be most concerned with. PG 144. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is head, neck, and face. Flashcard 5. What is a cell? PG 145. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is cells. Cells are the basic units of all living things, from bacteria to plants to animals, including human beings. Flashcard 6. Define mitosis. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is mitosis. Mitosis is the usual process of cell reproduction of human tissues that occurs when the cell divides into two identical cells called daughter cells. Flashcard 7. Describe the composition of body tissues. PG 147. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is large amounts of water, along with various other substances. Flashcard 8. What is an organ? PG 147. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is are structures composed of specialized tissues designed to perform specific functions in plants and animals. Flashcard 9. List 8 important organs of the body. PG 148. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is heart, blood vessels, stomach, intestines, kidneys, lymph nodes, brain, spinal cord, nerves, eyes. Flashcard 10. What are systems? PG 147. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is are groups of body organs acting together to perform one or more functions. Flashcard 11. Name the 11 body systems and their main functions. PG 148. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is 1. Circulatory controls movement of blood throughout the body. 2. Digestive breaks down food into nutrients or waste for nutrition or excretion. 3. Endocrine controls hormone levels that determine growth, development, sexual function, and health of entire body. 4. Excretory eliminates waste from the body, reducing buildup of toxins. 5. Muscular covers, shapes, and holds the skeleton in place. Muscles contract to allow for movement of body structures. 6. Nervous coordinates with all other body systems, allowing them to work efficiently and react to the environment. 7. Reproductive produces offspring and allows for transfer of genetic material. Differentiates between the sexes. 8. Respiratory makes blood and oxygen available to body structures through respiration. Eliminates carbon dioxide. Flashcard 12. List the primary functions of the skeletal system. PG 148. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: give shape and support to the body, protect various internal structures and organs, serve as attachments for muscles and act as levers to produce body movement, help produce both white and red blood cells, store most of the body's calcium supply, as well as phosphorus, magnesium, and sodium. Flashcard 13. Name the two parts of the skull and the number of bones in each. PG 149-150. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: cranium 8 bones, facial skeleton 14 bones. Flashcard 14. List the bones in the cranium. PG 149. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: occipital bone, 2 parietal bones, frontal bone, 2 temporal bones, ethmoid bone, and sphenoid bone. Flashcard 15. Identify the bone that joins all the cranial bones together. PG 149. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: sphenoid bone. Flashcard 16. List the bones in the facial skeleton with their locations and functions. PG 150. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: nasal bones, bones that form the bridge of the nose. There are 2 nasal bones, lacrimal bones located at the front inner wall of the orbit's eye socket, zygomatic bones, bones that form the prominence of the cheeks. There are 2 maxillae bones of the upper jaw. There are 2 maxillae. Mandible, lower jawbone, largest and strongest bone of the face. Flashcard 17. Where is the hyoid bone located? PG 150. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: at the base of the tongue that supports the tongue and its muscles. Flashcard 18. Describe the function and composition of muscles. PG 151. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: muscles are composed of contractile, fibrous tissues that stretch and contract to facilitate the action of various body movements. Flashcard 19. List and describe the parts of a muscle. PG 151. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: origin, the part of the muscle that does not move and is attached closest to the skeleton. Belly, the middle part of the muscle. Insertion, the part of the muscle that moves and is farthest from the skeleton. Flashcard 20. List the scalp, facial, and neck muscles with their locations and functions. PG 153-154. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: epicranius, broad muscle that covers the top of the skull. Occipitalis, back portion of the epicranius, the muscle that draws the scalp backward. Frontalis, front portion of the epicranius. It raises the eyebrows, draws the scalp forward and causes wrinkles across the forehead. Epicranial aponeurosis tendon that connects the occipitalis and frontalis muscles. Auricularis, superior muscle above the ear that draws ear upward. Auricularis, anterior muscle in front of the ear that draws the ear forward. Auricularis, posterior, behind the ear that draws the ear backward. Masseter and temporalis, open and close the mouth and bring the jaw forward and backward. Platysma, broad muscle extending from the chest and shoulder to the side of the chin. The presses the lower jaw and lip. Sternocleidomastoideus mastoideus extends from the collar and chest bones to the temporal bone at the back of the ear, bends and rotates the head. Orbicularis oculi, ring muscle of the eye socket, enables you to close eyes. Corrugator muscle located beneath the frontalis and orbicularis oculi, draws the eyebrow down and wrinkles the forehead vertically. Levator palpebrae superioris muscle that controls the eyelid and can be easily damaged during massage or makeup application. Procerus covers the top of the nose, depresses the eyebrow, and causes wrinkles across the bridge of the nose. Buccinator muscle of the cheek between the upper and lower jaw that compresses the cheeks and expels air between the lips. Depressor labii inferioris surrounding lower lip, lowers the lower lip and draws it to one side. Levator anguli oris muscle that raises the angle of the mouth and draws it inward. Levator labii superioris muscle surrounding the upper lip, elevates the upper lip and dilates the nostrils. Mentalis muscle that elevates the lower lip and raises and wrinkles the skin of the chin. Orbicularis oris flat band of muscle around the upper and lower lips that compresses, contracts, puckers, and wrinkles the lips. Risorius muscle of the mouth that draws the corner of the mouth out and back. Triangularis muscle triangularis musul muscle extending alongside the chin that pulls down the corner of the mouth. Flashcard 21. List and describe the functions of the two main divisions of the nervous system. PG. 157. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: central nervous system consists of the brain, cranial nerves, spinal cord, and spinal nerves. It controls consciousness and all mental activities, the functions of the five senses, and voluntary muscle actions, including all body movements and facial expressions. Peripheral nervous system. Their function is to carry impulses, or messages, to and from the central nervous system. Flashcard 22. List and describe the two types of nerves found in the human body. PG. 158. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: sensory nerves carry impulses or messages from the sense organs, where sensations such as touch, cold, heat, sight, hearing, taste, smell, pain, and pressure are experienced. Motor nerves carry impulses from the brain to the muscles or glands. Flashcard 23. List the ways in which nerves may be stimulated. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: massage, electric currents, light rays, heat, moist heat, nerve impulses, chemicals. Flashcard 24. Give an example of nerve reflex. PG. 158. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: the quick removal of your hand from a hot object. Flashcard 25. Name the cranial nerves most important in massage services and their functions. PG. 160. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: 5th trifacial, 7th facial, 11th accessory. Flashcard 26. What is the function of the heart? What does it look like? 161. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: keeps the blood moving within the circulatory system. The heart looks like the size of one's fists. Flashcard 27. List 3 kinds of vessels found in the circulatory system. PG. 161-162. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: the heart, blood vessels, blood. Flashcard 28. Identify and describe the 2 main types of glands in the human body. PG. 166. Pause and think of the answer before the reveal. The answer is: endocrine glands release hormonal secretions directly into the bloodstream. Exocrine glands are sweat and oil glands of the skin.